guys, now we're back and just about stopped raining. We're supposed to get some bad weather later on tonight. That's why I was opening up the storm shelter just in case. Go ahead and get it excessive. But you can see it's just about stopped raining. I was going to walk onto the back of the property and check out that site and do a little bit of shooting while I was out there. What I'm looking at building, if I build it myself, this is kind of like what if, and I'm going to build a 16 by 16 structure, 10 foot tall at the front, 8 foot tall at the back, build a shed pretty much, 4 foot porch. Going to build it all out of pallets, and probably take 20 pallets for the base and 32 pallets for the walls, and then I'll have to have probably another 10 or 15 for pieces and parts, because sometimes you break them. And I know you'll say, well, where do you get all that from? Well, this is actually the first one I ever built out of pallets. This is a let's see, 4, 8, 12. This is an 8 by 12 with a 10 foot front and a 8 foot back that I built myself out of scrap pallets that I found on the sides of the roads and behind buildings. And I built it, I want to say I spent $60 to build this thing, and that was for the lag bolts that I used to bolt it all together, and the or the all thread. So it worked out really well. Most of this stuff, the rest of it, pegboard, plywood and everything, is stuff I traded and swapped out for. And I thought, well, it's probably time to build another one. And this thing, I've moved it from a couple of different properties already, and it's lasted pretty well. And it's up in here. I'll probably pull it out one more time and move it to another part of the property, but it's always going to be a tool shed. And nice thing about it, once you skin it, they look really good. And you know, mine's getting kind of old, but it's out under the weather right now. And once you put it together, if you're doing it for security, what you would also do is run a few pieces of rebar down through it and nail them in every foot or every two, and do it at whatever angle you want to. And then you can't get into it with a chainsaw either, because if anybody tried to cut through it to steal whatever was in here with a chainsaw, they'd ruin the blade and the bar on the rebar. So that's something you do, and something I did all the way around, just because I'm paranoid like that. But excuse me, looks like it's just about stopped raining. I'm going to do some shooting. We'll walk right there to the property. Want to come? We're back. Stopped raining, did a bunch of shooting, had some good times, but I'll be damned. See that cave? That cut, undercut from that bank? We may have to crawl in that. Huh. Anyway, got to get a gun for that, a good one. From the red can to the beer can, that's on the target, 16 feet, and this is 20 feet. So we are looking at possibly building a cabin 16 by 20. It might be a little bit too big. Now 4 feet on the front is going to be for the porch, so you know that's nothing too terrible. And I've got this all cut out, but we do have to bear in mind that I've got an old pine tree right here that drops limbs like that, so that would have torn up a roof. Now, you know, trees fall, that's just the way life is, but I might need to go a little bit smaller on this thing, because that is pretty dang good size. But I don't know, I kind of like it. If I can build it myself, it'll be 16 by 20, 16 by 16 with a 4 foot front porch. And I'll just scooch it back a little bit to get out of the way for riding and everything, for playing. And then we can still use this for shooting and everything. Got this for a little pump house for the garden and everything. That works out really well. I do actually have, or had at one point, electrical and water out here, so you know that's nothing terrible either. So I can go back. I'd like to probably go back another 4 or 5 feet and just have it overhang. It's probably going to sit up about 2 or 3 feet so you can get under it there won't be any, it's going to be off the grid. So there really won't be a lot out here. It'll all be solar or propane. So that's what we're looking at doing. Not too shabby. It's going to be a good build. More to come. That's about it for me, guys. I am getting ready to wrap it up for today. Cold and rainy. I'm going back inside, getting ready for some tornadoes. But it does look like it's almost time to tear down that dam and that dam, just to keep them honest, so we can let some of this water flow out. And again, that's where we dug out the big tree that we moved the other day, the camellia. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. We got some work to do out here. Like I said, this is kind of like goofing off stuff. But thanks for watching again.